process together. Good to see you, brother Vince. Everyone's coming on in. We're going to build an AI Instagram bot posting automation using Make. That's such a big name. This is going to be very interesting. Let's actually dive into it. I was trying to build this before the demo, but I ran out of time just debugging it. So I'm just going to pick up where I left off and show you my process, and we're going to try and fix the bugs, because that's part of make.com, is that it's really the skill set of debugging it and troubleshooting so that you can iterate yourself to a working automation. So the goal of this bot right here is basically to take an idea from a form, and then it's going to save it into a Google Sheet just for logging and indexing, for example. And then we're going to then use ChatGPT. We'll create a prompt to create a post for Instagram, and then we'll create another GPT for creating an image prompt based on the idea. That's the blocker. That's the one that I'm having. That's the most annoying one. And then from there, we'll use DALL-E to generate the image, and then we'll see if that could be posted to Instagram. So let's get started. So the way I have the form set up, it's a very simple form. Where here it just says, hey, it's just content idea. That's very simple. Hold on, I have to sneeze. It's coming. Oh well. Okay, so we're going to input an idea, and I just need to write a much better idea. I don't think I was giving it much context. And then from here, let's go to make. So we have our form. We need an ID for the form, so we're going to grab that from this URL up here. So once we got that, that's going to click save. We're going to create a sheet for content ideas. Perfect. And so with this content ideas, we're just going to log the idea right here. Just keep it very simple. We're going to grab the idea and then paste it in here. So there's the ID. Perfect. And then we're just going to log whatever the content ID is, just for tracking. Then now we're going to create the text. So from here, we're going to create one GPT that's going to create the Instagram blog post. And so here I already created a Make AI assistant, and we're going to actually improve it. It's called Insta Text. We're using 4.0 mini because that's the cheapest one. It's going to be user. And then we're going to input whatever the user puts as the idea. Because again, the concept is the user enters a concept idea in the form, and then AI is going to generate the text and generate the image and then automatically post on Instagram. That's the concept. So let's actually go to this AI assistant, and let's take a look at its, so Insta text. Okay, we need to improve this prompt right here. I just want to make sure. So I'm going to take this prompt. I'm going to pop it into ChatGPT. I'm going to say, you are a prompt engineer expert. I want you to redo this prompt so that it takes an input of a concept idea for a description for a blog post for specifically Instagram. And I want the output to be written on a 5th grade level, comma, interesting to read, comma, related to the topic of the input that the user inputs, comma, and I only want it to be 4 sentences long, and then include 3 hashtags related to the concept idea of what the user inputs. So we're going to have ChatGPT give us a prompt. We're going to take it and test it. Pop it in here. Oops. There we go. Pop it in there. So Instatext 4.0, it's going to output a text. Let's test it with blog Instagram post about the importance of having prompt engineering skills to generate more income, and a image of a prompt engineer man standing confidently in a park. I think this is where I was messing up when I was doing the first version of this. Let's see. paste, run. Okay, it's running. Okay, cool. I wonder if, can we get 2 for 1? Oh, let's see. Can you return this in the JSON? Let's actually, okay, wait, let's do this. Update this prompt so that it outputs in a JSON 2 variables, one for the post description text and the other for the image description prompt. Oh, we just may get this. Prompt, paste. Because in that case, I could just return a JSON and then be done with it. Ensure it's structured like this. Okay, let's try that. This will be interesting. Okay, so then take this prompt out, paste, JSON example. Let's get rid of this text. So that way, generate a JSON, give me description, give me image prompt. That would be gangster. Okay, save. Nice. And then I want to return here JSON object. Nice. And then if I take our original prompt right here and then paste that in, does that return a JSON? Please return a JSON. That would be so gangster. Awesome. Dope. This demo's gonna work. It's all troubleshooting with like building these AI assistants. You have a concept idea and you just have to troubleshoot. So the path 1 I was doing of like 2 assistants wasn't working, but we could get both bang for a buck. Okay, so there's the post and there's the image prompt. Yo, I'm happy with that. Okay, so now, my instant text will be the only, oh man, we're gonna do this with only one prompt. This is dope. Or only one module. So now I could get rid of this guy. I could rename this guy. So if I click on this module, rename, this is going to be image and text. Technically, wait, I just like renaming things explicitly. Text and image. Okay, cool. Prompt, actually. Sorry. Because like, the thing with naming is like, I'm going to come back to this a week, a month from now, and I'm going to be like, what does this module do? Prompt. Okay, cool. So then we have our sheet, logs the idea. We have our prompt. Instant text, just making sure. Instant text, that's the name of it. Cool. Message is the input. Cool. That's cool. And it's going to return JSON. Okay, that's cool. Then what I need is let's actually run this. Okay, run this module only. Insert our prompt, which is this. So when you run this module only, you don't have to run the whole workflow. We're just going to run that specific one and output it, because then I have, okay, cool. Yeah, I got my post description and I got my image prompt. Yes, let's go. And then I could cheat and just use part JSON. This is why it's so helpful to know all the different hacks in make.com. So then from here, I want to parse the JSON string, which is going to be my AI assistant, whatever the result is. That's perfect. Click save, just run result. Well, okay, so can I take this whole thing? Let's see, hold on. Okay, I got to grab it from here. So I got to grab this as the output and then run this module only, paste it. Okay, I think that ran. Yep, it did run correctly. Oh, this is gonna be dope. Now let's hope Instagram cooperates. Building AI assistants. Okay, so I want to create a post. From this post, I'm already logged into my Instagram account. So from this post, oh, I got to generate the image. Okay, so from here, let's get rid of this guy. Let's bring in DALL-E. So OpenAI, we're going to generate an image, and we're only going to, okay, model DALL-E 3 prompt from our JSON, which is going to be our image prompt. Oh, gangster. Okay, cool. Save. Every version just gets better. Okay, hopefully this works. Don't want to jinx it. So then I need to rename you. You're going to be my OpenAI DALL-E image generator. Cool. Click save. I am only going to run you. Yeah, let's run you only. Image prompt, which is going to be, can we get it from, we could get it from our JSON here. The image prompt, which is this. Nice. So then we can take that image prompt, run this module only, paste the text in, run it, so it only runs and creates an image. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Having AI write the text and create the image all in one go. Thank you, AP, for the coins. I really appreciate you on TikTok. And then Brother Vince, hope you're still there. We got 6 viewers on TikTok, or 6 viewers on Instagram, and we got 2 awesome people on TikTok watching live. We're building AI together. Okay, so let's see. So I think it outputted what we wanted. Yeah, there's the URL. So if we technically, if we copy this, no, it doesn't. That's fine. Okay. So hopefully, so now I could just go Instagram, create a post. Now Instagram's gonna be, we'll see. Okay, create a photo post. Photo URL is going to be from our generate the image one. Data, okay, there's the URL, perfect. And then caption, we're going to grab from our JSON, which is description. Ooh, nice. Location we don't need. Save. Okay, let's save this. Let's give it a name. Instagram posting bot V1. Okay, very fancy name. Save this. Now let's run it from the start to see this whole thing and see where. See, okay, so we have our content idea form here. We're going to paste the idea. Okay, I think that's the Instagram post. Okay, then submit. So theoretically, the user only has to submit their idea in this form. And then we go to make.com, which triggers the automation. Hey, Mr. or 808. I think it's like Mystical on TikTok. Good to see you, nerding out about AI. And now, so now that it has that AI or that content idea in the form, we're going to run this. Fingers crossed. It's generating both the text description and the image prompt all in just using one AI, and parsed it through JSON. And then now it's writing, it's taking the image prompt, giving it to DALL-E to draw the image. And then hopefully it will post. Okay. Post. Happy thoughts, everyone. Happy thoughts, everyone. All right, that kind of, okay, then we go to my Instagram. Drum roll. Post it on someone else's Instagram. That'd be funny. Holy, let's go. Oh, that's so dope. That's so dope. Oh, okay, so we got text. Do you know that learning prompt engineering can help you make more money? It's a special skill set that helps you get the best results from AI tools. With these 3 skills, you can generate amazing content and solutions faster than ever before. Start your journey today and watch your income grow. We got our 3 hashtags, and then we got our nice man outside, our nice looking prompt engineer. Now, granted, of course, this isn't going to reach like quality levels, but the whole content, the whole workflow, that's the more important thing. It's like, because you could change in the image generator. Instead of using DALL-E, you could use Midjourney and get a hyper realistic one. So I'll do that in another version. Did we just do that in 16 minutes? Holy wow. Wow. That, what? Bobby followed. Thank you for the follow, Bobby. If you want to learn how to use AI to automate your work, your content, and everything else, subscribe. I appreciate the follows. Oh my God. Even I'm impressed. And then we did this in a better version than when I did my LinkedIn posting one, because we did all this. Let's just review for a lot of people. Bobby, welcome to the AI family. I go live every night, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My goal is just to inspire and teach new things that you could do with AI. So you're definitely in the right place. Man, so what we did, just for the new viewers coming in, we built a complete make automation, create affordable paid tutorials. Actually, I have a full make.com course that goes way more in depth, from beginning all the way to advanced, where you'll eventually automate your entire social media across all the channels. Like, this is just the demo of the show, like what's possible. David E, first time here. So I appreciate each and every of the followers. We got Natalia, we got 808, we got Bobby, we got the OG gangsters, we got Brother Vince in there. So let's talk about what we just did. So the idea is, hey, the workflow is all I have to do is put in a content idea, click submit, and in less than a minute, it automatically will create an image and a post related to that idea and post it to Instagram. And again, you could do this on LinkedIn. You could do, you have your LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, anyone that does that. Wow. Yo, I am so excited about this workflow. Okay, so let's break it down so that everyone can understand how this works, because if you understand this, you can automate your work. Like, you can literally have an army of AI assistants generate ideas, generate images completely in a fraction of time, so you don't even have to go to ChatGPT. Build it once, build a form, automate it. Oh my gosh, that's so dope. So let's break this down so everyone can understand it. So, and I appreciate everyone's putting stuff in TikTok. I appreciate each and every one of you for sharing. This is awesome. So we're building this using make.com, and technically, okay, so what's the cost of all of this? The cost of all of this is technically less than $5, because the $5 only goes to OpenAI, the playground. For some people that don't know, you're using ChatGPT on the front end, which costs like $20 a month. And then low-key, one of my popularest posts is I canceled my ChatGPT description and I replaced it with these AI tools. That's one of my popular TikTok videos, that triggered a lot of people. But on the back end, in order to use ChatGPT, you're basically building what's called AI assistants. These aren't agents, these are assistants. They're specifically tailored for specific tasks. So here, for example, let's actually just start from the very beginning. So we have a form we're using a free form, which is Google Forms. So if you have a Gmail, you could build a form. You could add as many different fields of inputs, like name, content idea, image description. I could be more explicit as far as like one for the text description of the post and another field for like the image description of the post, basically. But I want to see like how minimal effort we could put in to get maximum output. And then you could always refine through versions. So here we're just pumping in a content idea. So it's just a string where I was making, because I want to also describe like, the thing with make.com, it's never built perfect the first time. I spent an hour just trying to debug, just trying to build this before this actual live. And where I made the mistake was it's a real easy prompt engineering mistake where I just didn't give it enough information. So my prompt is now this whole sentence that said, I'm explicitly talking about the description and the image in this in my content idea. That's enough for the AI assistants to give a much better output. So my mistake that I wasn't giving it much more information or context, basically. So the prompt is an Instagram post about the importance of having prompt engineering skills to generate more income, and an image of a prompt engineer, comma, man standing confidently in the park. Now we're going to change it to a woman. Cool. And then we're going to pipe that in, submit. So that's now in. Now with Forms, it doesn't trigger automatically. You could schedule this to run every 15 minutes, but that's pretty much done as far as what the user has to do. He just writes that 2 sentences and he's done for creating content. So creating content now takes 15 seconds, from an hour to 15 seconds. That's wild. That's a cost saving. So what this automation is going to do is, first, it's going to grab that the information from that specific form. Then it's going to log it. You should always, when you work with these, you should always log your stuff in like a table, a database. Technically, you would be using Airtable or ClickUp, for example, to like work with databases and stuff. But we're just using Google Sheets because it's free. So I want to make the cost of barrier to entry as low as possible, so that you could use these tools. But then you want to invest in the better tools, because that is actually worth it. So now, if we go back to our automation, so here it just finds that specific form, and then the only thing it adds, these are variables, so it's a placeholder. So then it just pops in whatever the content idea, saves it there, and it just appends it. It would just keep a running list of all the ideas. I could go advanced and then add timestamps so that I can know which content was posted at what time, but that's more advanced. We want to just build an MVP, and then through versions you can make this better. So then this image prompt, so this is our only AI assistant that's doing two AI assistants, one to do all the text and then one to create the image. Now here, what I recommend, some people like to build their AI assistant inside make.com. Personally, I don't like doing that, because when it comes to debugging, like when I was doing a lot of testing, I went through like 5 versions of testing the AI assistant just on the back end, and that doesn't burn your make.com operations. Because if you don't know, if you sign up for a free make.com account, you get 1,000 monthly operations that you could run. If you sign up for their $10 a month one, then you get 10,000 operations. So here I'm only basically burning tokens, which are fractions of a penny, basically. I think don't quote me, but every 2 letters is a token. Don't quote me on that, but that's like a rough estimate kind of thing. So here we're building a AI assistant using OpenAI. And again, you can use other ones, like you use free ones using Open Router or stuff. I just like this workflow because it's reliable to get an MVP, and then you could optimize it. Better models, cheaper, use better image generators, use better prompting. Like this is just an MVP to show a proof of concept. So the prompt is, generate a JSON output with 2 variables, one for the Instagram post for the description and one for the image description. The Instagram post should be 4 sentences long based on the concept, insert concept idea. Keep it interesting, easy to read at a 5th grade level, and engaging. Ensure it directly relates to the topic and ends with 3 relevant hashtags. The image description should provide a clear, vivid prompt for an AI image generator, focusing on visually striking representation of the concept. The image should have a detailed subject, a slightly blurred background for depth, and a balanced composition. That line is powerful, because then you don't get, like, if you ever seen DALL-E, DALL-E looks like an infographic just was on acid. It just looks like weird. And so this gives us like an actual somewhat photorealistic style kind of image. Ensure that the JSON output is structured as follows. So we're being very explicit as far as what we want as the output. Hey, I want a JSON. JSON is just basically a table represented in code. That's a good way of thinking it, a table or a Google Sheet. So these are like the column headers, and then these are the fields or the values in that column. So we have 2 columns, or 2, also it's like key value is another way to describe it. So one for post description and one for the image prompt. And then we give it a very good example here of what we want. And then I went through some testing. You can see all the testing I went through here. Look at all the wrong. I went through like 10 different versions, hitting a wall going, no, ChatGPT, this is not. And I was going back and forth with regular ChatGPT to try and refine the prompt, basically. So you're going to build your prompt just like what I did here using ChatGPT, and then pop it into your AI assistant, and then test it here with whatever your prompt is, so that you're basically testing each module before you're building kind of thing. So that's our image one. And then most importantly too, be sure that it returns a JSON object, not a text. That's important. And then we're also just since we're also here, we're using 4.0 Mini, which is technically the cheapest of all the models that OpenAI has. And again, you could use OpenRouter and use DeepSeek, or you can use Llama. You can find other cheaper models, but you want to use. I like using these tools to get an MVP, prove the concept, and then do the next version with much better AI tools. Like I can switch this out with Midjourney, for example, as an image generator. So that's cool. We're now passing. So here we have our image and text prompt writer. So he's going to write a prompt for the image and write the text for the blog. So we have our assistant, we have our role, we have the message. Tool is none. That's perfect. Now, since we're returning a JSON, we want to parse the JSON into variables or key values that we could then use in other automations downstream. This is so dope. This is so dope. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Then we're going to hire our AI image generator, who's going to generate the images all for us. We're going to use OpenAI. Again, you can use different ones. We're going to use DALL-E. And then here's from the JSON from the second part of our OpenAI is pulling in the image prompt variable there. Nice. And then lastly, we're going to stitch it all together with posting it. I mean, you could post it to LinkedIn, you could post it to Instagram, you could do Facebook, you could do Pinterest, you could do X or Twitter. Like this workflow, you just basically replace it with whatever social media platform, or you could do a router and then post on all of them at the same time if you wanted to. That's another way. Or technically, you could send it to Buffer to then schedule in the future. So appreciate the follow, Darius Base2XP. Thank you so much for everyone following on TikTok. Bobby asked, how about if you had a library of images I wanted to use? Well, if you have your own images, you would need to host those images on a public server. Technically, there's a way to do it with Google Drive. You could just upload all your images in Google Drive, and then you could pull them in for automatically posting. That's one way, but it depends on if this whole thing is actually, we're going to create the images from scratch in the workflow. But if you have your own, you might as well just use Buffer at the end of the day. Buffer, or shout out to Blotato, Blotato is another one. Both of those are AI content schedule, or they're basically just content scheduling apps that you upload the content and it will schedule to post on all your social media channels. Nice. So here, I have my Instagram account. I don't follow me on Instagram. I don't post there anymore. I only post on TikTok and YouTube are the only two channels that I post videos. These are just there. And then, so here we're going to input. Now, the cool thing about the DALL-E image is that they actually host the image in a public URL that you could already download, which is super nice. That's super convenient. And then, so we're just going to pull that image. Instagram's going to go download it to upload it. Instagram has a bunch of requirements as far as what it allows and stuff. So that's something just to note. You may have to play with some formatting or output or size or the ratio, for example, if you use another tool, for example. But it did this pretty good because I think it just outputted just a straight square. Yeah, this is just a 1080 by 1080 square. Super simple. Then we're not adding tags, we're not adding location. Here's our caption, and we're pulling this from the JSON from our first bot. So there's our post description. Dope. And then we'll click save. And now, since we already put in a new piece of content, just changing the difference between man and now adding woman, let's run it again and see what happens. That is so dope. So basically, let's zoom in. This whole thing takes an idea. Boom, click run. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So if it takes you roughly an hour to create one piece of content, blog post, and image, now instead of an hour, 20 seconds. Now you could pump out 10 times more content because it's all about volume. That's the real thing. Is like whoever could output the most volume of content wins in the niche of whatever, like if you do real estate or something like that. No, please feel free, everyone in TikTok, ask your questions in the chat. Same with on YouTube. Feel free to ask your questions in the chat so I could answer it, so that I really want to, the whole goal of this whole series is just to inspire you to play with AI, show you guys what's possible. We have a first time viewer, Coda. Welcome to the series. I go live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. And the goal is just to teach AI, show something to inspire you. This was actually really exciting. I'm like whenever you build an automation, especially when it comes to AI and something like this, and it's an ROI of like, instead of like an hour of work, it cuts down your, because you learn the skill set of make.com, how to do prompt engineering, how to do AI assistance. Because you have those three skills, you're able to now, instead of what takes you 1 hour to do a task, now takes you 20 seconds. That's a superpower. That's like, for me, what I live on learning technology, because I know whatever app or tool that I learn, the quote I've always lived by is, what I learned today will always benefit my life tomorrow. And when it comes to technology, it's always been a cost saving or a time saving. So I'm just saving myself so much time as I learn, staying up to date with AI, playing with these tools. So that's why make.com is incredibly powerful to save you hundreds of hours a year. Just, oh my gosh, if you just say, what's your time worth? Like, what's an hour of your time worth? It's good to invest in learning these skill sets. Brother Vince has super great. So Brother Vince in the chat in YouTube, he's part of my coaching program. So I work one-on-one with entrepreneurs to help them with AI, go high level, marketing. So he's sharing a very nice compliment. Thank you so much, Brother Vince. We had a great training session today, Brother Vince. My clients say it's like drinking from a fire hose, it's like overwhelming but you'll learn more in an hour than what would take you months of trial and error. So it did the whole workflow in 20 seconds. The oven's done. Let's take a look at our work. Oh, so that was our first one. Let's refresh. So dope. That is so dope. In 20 seconds of effort. That's wow. So let's take a look at the post. Beautiful photo too. Nice DSLR. Blurry background, subject in the middle. Does not look like a DALL-E image, because so if someone uses DALL-E, it looks like an infographic on crack. It's like horrible. So then the prompt says, did you know that having prompt engineer skills can boost your income? It's like having a special key that unlocks exciting opportunities in tech. With these skills, you can help create amazing tools and make a real difference. Start learning today and watch your earnings grow. Hashtag prompt engineering, tech skills, and income growth. Let's fucking go. 20 seconds. That's so dope. Oh, man. And now we got both our posts. And again, I could add routers and post this the link. I mean, you could build on this. You can basically, if you go up here, you right click, add a router. And then from here, you can add your LinkedIn or Instagram. And then here you can also add LinkedIn, for example. I'm not going to post on LinkedIn right now. Schedule post, save. We'll just add this, save. So then you got that. You could add any of your social media content, so you could just build them. So if you don't know what routers do, routers work incrementally from top down to do the same function. So take that information, send it to Instagram, and then it goes back and then works from the top down. Then it will go down to LinkedIn and then go down. I mean, I could get even crazier here. I could send myself a little email saying your post was done. Congratulations on saving 59 minutes and 40 seconds. Something like that. That's wild. Awesome. So quick plug, if you guys want to learn how to use make.com, how to use AI, how it's focusing just mostly on make.com, at least for the month of February. If you go to the website simpletechskills.com, put that right there. So simpletechskills.com, all one word. You can sign up for my free AI newsletter. You're going to get my 1400 ChatGPT marketing prompts. You're going to get 4-hour ChatGPT beginner course, my most popular video on how to build your first AI agent in make.com and ChatGPT tutorial, weekly updates on AI, and then more special is an exclusive AI Q&A meetup on Zoom every Saturday at 10 a.m. So I meet all the people in on my email list, which is growing significant. I'm getting like 20 to 30 emails a day, which is awesome. But it's because of the content game. I'm posting 5 short forms a day plus 1 long form. So my content game is scaling. So that's working out really good. And then you'll get access to the make.com course, which I'm almost finished. I'm trying to get it done by hopefully Friday. Friday is going to be the last day that it's going to go live. So if you sign up for the newsletter, you're going to get early access to the make.com. It's an AI academy. It's almost like Netflix, where our first course that we're launching is make.com. So you can learn how to automate your work. It goes from beginner to advanced. Then you could build with AI assistants. Then you could create AI image content. Then you could create AI video content. So by the end, you'll have the skills to generate AI images or videos using AI and make.com with the skills that you can automate anything for. I already have some students that are already automating a lot. I have some students in the beta program right now going through the course, and they're already building, like, they're automating their work because they're saving themselves 20 hours a week from manual stuff at work, which is awesome. Bobby signed up for the newsletter the other day. Welcome to the AI family. Bobby, thank you so much. 808, Mystical 808 signed up for the newsletter. Grateful for each and every one of you. Natalia, I appreciate you. So feel free to ask I got spicy. Nice. Feel free to ask any AI questions. That's a really dope tutorial. So I'll have this template, this whole template. You could copy paste this template inside the make.com course. And so that way you could just download it, start using it. It goes much more in depth as far as like doing other stuff with it. So because I've been doing this series and I have a few other automations like this one for LinkedIn. And I think it was LinkedIn was the other one too. You get all templates of that in the course. So you can literally just access the course, get the template, watch the tutorial videos, download, use the templates, and then if you really want to, like, the course, I'm trying to make it like super in depth for people that are like super beginners. They've never built any type of automation. So we're going through like email notifications, how to send Slack messages, how to do Airtable, and then we're going to get into the AI assistants, which is like ChatGPT. We're going to do open source ones, so you're not limited to ChatGPT. We're going to do a lot of ones through Open Router like Llama, or there's some other ones that are out there that are much more cheaper. The Airtable is going to be a dope part of the course. And then as a pinnacle part of the project, you can post your content stuff. Mystical808 says, yes, I need these skills to get a better job and stay employed. Yes, because 2025 is no joke on AI. It is a winner take all as far as, it's not the phrase of you won't be replaced by AI, but guaranteed you will be replaced by someone who has AI skills. Because someone who has make.com skills plus AI assistance, that person is dangerous. They can literally build an entire department of AI assistants to automate a whole work. And their value to the company or business is 100 times more than someone who barely plays with ChatGPT on the front end. And they're like, oh, I play with ChatGPT, and I do Claude and that, but compared to someone who could do a make automation that can save the company 1 hour task. So that's how many hours, hundreds of hours a year. So think about it also this way. I just want to share this for people that want to start an AI agency or start selling AI as a solution to small businesses to help small businesses save money, because in 2025, companies and businesses are going to hire more AI agents than employees. So that's automations, assistants, chatbots, and voice agents. So whoever has the skill sets to do make automations, to build AI assistants, to properly do prompt engineering, to build chatbots, and to build AI voice agents, and then even getting into, so this month I'm launching make.com. Next month I'm launching the next most popular course, which is going to be N8N. And then we're going to teach you how to build AI agents. So every month I'm going to release a new course dedicated to AI so that you guys are up to date with it. My goal, I'm on a mission to teach 1 million people AI, and I'm going to do it through my academy. And so with the academy, we're going to teach everything prompt engineering, all the right tools, because I want that to be the hub so that you have one place to have all the resources, stay up to date both and stay competitive both in your field, or even start a business selling AI solutions to businesses. Because if you want to monetize something like this, what you do is basically you ask the business owner, how many hours does it take you a week to do this task manually? And let's say it takes them 5 hours a week. Let's just do something simple, little math example. So like, how much money can I make from this? 5 hours a week times 52 weeks, or 52 weeks in a year, boom, and then multiply that by their hourly rate, let's say 40. So this automation, if they're spending 5 hours a week on this one task in the business, that means it's costing the company $10,000, $10,400 every year. You always annualize it for the business. Now, here's the formula. You either charge $1,000 base or 10%, whichever is more, basically. So if I do some simple math, and you're like, what's the value of this? And we do this by 0.1. Yeah, it's roughly 1,000. So someone could hire you for $1,000 one time to build this automation that saves the company $10,000. And that's an irresistible offer for the business, that they're like, wait, I just spent $1,000 one time, and this saves me from $10,000 of manual work. Plus, we get the freedom of reallocating time for that full-time employee to go do bigger works, for example. So awesome. David E asks, your make tutorial is on your YouTube channel. I have just highlight of cool things you could do on my YouTube channel, where if you go just to my home page on my YouTube channel, I've kind of simplified it. I have one playlist. So that's my channel. It's my full name, Jonathan Acuna. And then I have a playlist here called AI Made Simple. So this is the series. I'm going live every day, 7 p.m. for 1 hour to teach AI. And then you can see stuff like here, like we built an AI voice receptionist. This one's the most popular one. Wow, 1,000 views. That's wild. Build your first AI agent with Make.com, ChatGPT. We're posting to LinkedIn, and then we're also using Buffer. But a lot of these things are just to inspire you. And then the full tutorials are on once you sign up for the newsletter. That's what we're going to launch this week. Right now, I'm trying to make this the best Make.com course, because I want you guys to be super dangerous with Make.com AI assistants, so you can automate a lot of your work. For example, Natalia says, signed up for the newsletter. Grateful. Thank you so much. Mystical says, 808 says, I'm scared. Yes, because think of it this way. Meta this week, Monday, just laid off a whole bunch of employees. Salesforce is no longer hiring engineers. Like, everyone's not hiring because of, one, all the employees are upskilled with AI. Two, the people who have AI skills, who are building these AI agents or apps or chatbots or voice receptionists, those are the people that are making more money and more valuable to the company than the people that are just doing things manually. So it's no longer a joke as far as like, you can't ignore AI in 2025. You will either make money with AI because you're more valuable both as a profession, starting a business, or at your company or business, or you will be replaced, and it's going to be harder to get a job now, which is even more scarier. Mystical says, yeah, a lot of people will be out of work. I mean, from administrators to reception, because there's tools like Vappy. That's an AI voice receptionist that you could build out that takes less than 10 minutes to build. That's every phone call will cost the company 12 cents. So would you rather hire someone for $30, $40 an hour, or would you rather hire someone who can answer every call at 12 cents and be available 24/7 and answer 10 calls simultaneously and never take a day off and never ask for a raise and will always be an expert because it knows everything, and will also get better every month because they're always improving the training models on it. So very, very scary. That's AI in a nutshell. Cool. Let's bring it to an end. Unless you guys have any other questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. This is awesome. Nice. Simple tech skills. Sign up for the newsletter, and then you could I launched the course this so if you sign up again, you're going to get early access at a cheap price. The way I'm going to price it is it's only going to be $49 a month for the membership, and then we're going to do make.com course this month. Next month we're going to do N8N. I'm also going to add a Go High Level course, prompt engineering course, AI chatbot course, AI voice receptionist course. Like, we're going to put the best of the best and then the prompt engineering one is dope because we go over the best day-to-day tools that you'll be using. David E signs up as well. I appreciate the list is growing. We're growing by 20 to 30 subscribers every day. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Just note, you're also going to get an invite email on Saturday at 10 a.m. I host a live private Q&A. It's not live streamed. It's not recorded. It's just exclusively with my members of the AI newsletter. And then you can ask one-on-one questions. I can show you demos. I can show you how you can basically take full advantage of AI. And then in the course, you'll get access to the on-demand courses, and then plus there's a form to ask 24/7 questions. And I think 2 days live. I'll also host live office hours so that you also get resources. Probably it's going to be during the week, probably Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. You can come in for office hours as you're building your own projects using make.com. You can ask questions, get support. So you get access to basically me or hopefully my team too. I Kill Gummy Bear says, awesome. I appreciate you trying to make all your lives. Jay, good stuff. I appreciate you. I Kill Gummy Bears. I just love saying your name too. Bobby says, way. So yeah, that's going to be, we are jamming. I got a lot on my plate trying to push, but that's the game. Yes, Bobby asked, when is the community starting? I'm going to send the official email probably Thursday, Friday for the invite. It's going to be the super low discount price, $49 a month. You can't beat that, honestly, for the resources and training. So, and then every month we're going to add more courses based on the community's feedback. You guys can recommend courses and training and stuff like that. And in all honesty, also goes to help this channel so that I could continue my mission to teach 1 million people AI, because it's either you're going to learn it or you're going to be replaced, and it's going to be hard once you're out of the AI, because we're in an AI economy right now. You're competing with people who have AI skills and engineers and software developers, and it's now incredibly competitive. So I want you guys to start your own businesses. I want you guys to stay competitive in your niche, and I want to support you in any way through education. That's going to be my mission. So I want to reach 1 million by the end of the year. I am all in on this goal. So awesome. Well, just to repeat this series, we go live every night. We did a great demo. And for the people that are just tuning in this demo, we built a make automation using AI assistance to generate the text, generate the image, both just from a 1-sentence prompt. Let's just run it again because it's super fun to run. I love demos. So the prompt that we put in is just a simple thing that says Instagram post about the importance of having, importance of having prompt engineering skills to generate more income and generate a image. I want to change that of a woman, just try and change it up a little so that we know that it's working. Standing confidently in the park. Nice. So that's going to be idea. Click plus, and then technically I'm done for content. The automation is going to run, do his thing, but let's see it behind the scenes. But that's my only work, is just come up with an idea, write the sentence, load. Idea, sentence, load. So I can now rapidly fire a bunch of ideas. Boom, 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 boom. So let's go to the automation, and let's now in 20 seconds, it's going to generate the whole thing. Wait, let me get rid of this guy, delete. Let me get rid of this guy, delete. Let me push this here. Let me make sure everything's still filled out, because with make.com, you always have to test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps, which is super awesome. And let's click run. So it's going to grab the information from the form, save that to our Google Sheet database. Right now it's generating the image, the description for the post and the description for the images, parse the data. Now it's off the DALL-E. DALL-E is now generating the image for the prompt, and then it's almost finished. Dun, 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 dun. Robust doing the work. Now it's posting on Instagram. Instagram, see a little load bar right there. It's going to do a little pop-up once it's done. Boom, 20 seconds, it is now done. Let's go to my Instagram. Let's refresh. People on Instagram are like, John hasn't posted in like 2 months. What is this random stuff John's posting? That's so wild and so weird. But that's a super realistic photo. That's really good. Look, she has all 5 fingers too. DALL-E's getting better. That's a really beautiful photo. Look at that. That's a great detail. Look at the plans. Look at that. But that's prompt engineering. Like that's like being super descriptive how to do prompt engineering for images. It's a whole different thing. We got our text completely generated that says having prompt engineering skills can open up many doors to new opportunities and higher income. It's like learning a superpower that helps you communicate with machines better. Imagine turning your ideas into reality with just a few words. Let's embrace these skills and watch our possibilities grow. Hashtag prompt engineering skills for success and the future of work. That is dope. I'm going to delete them right now just because that's just cool. That, delete. And then the cost, it only cost maybe, I want to say less than 20 cents per operation to do something like this. That's the only cost it took to run this whole thing. Technically I'm on the make.com free plan, so that didn't cost anything. It only cost a few fractions of a token or very few tokens to actually generate the text and generate the image, which is nothing. I should probably, let's just curious, because I could technically go into my dashboard to see the cost or usage. Let's see, wait, activity, because we could kind of see the cost, which is like nothing. Nah, can we see a log of the billing usage? Oh, that's actually not bad. I funded this account with, oh yeah. Okay, cool. And there's nothing. Okay, so check this out. This is actually interesting. We could check out the usage because the only cost is really $5 to OpenAI on the back end. Well, I funded it with $5, but we didn't spend the whole $5. Like, I think it's there, yeah, February 12th. So that's today. So me doing all the testing, so that's like, let's say 5 versions of testing and then 3 production ones. That whole thing costs 17 cents to run that whole thing, which is wild. Like 3 posts plus probably like 20 different versions of testing going back and forth. So that is nothing to, I'm still on, like, I've only spent 95 cents through this whole series since I started this series on January 31st. I funded it with $5, and through this whole series we've been using ChatGPT for text and for images, and I've only spent 97 cents throughout this automation. So the cost savings to a business, it's obvious. They're going to adopt AI because the cost of an employee to do marketing, to create the images, to create the text, and they can only produce so much, versus someone who could build a workflow that can generate volumes of content once it's dialed in with better tools. That is a scary reality. Wow. Wild. So thank you so much for everyone. We're at time. Perfect. Right on time. Thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning into this series. I go live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. We're always going to do something different. Mystical 808 says, what AI do we need to use for the course? Don't worry. The course is going to go through beginner and through and advanced. We're going to go through a lot of different stuff. I get a lot of people. Great question too is I only use the free ones. Here's the downside. If you want to learn these are $10,000 like skill sets, basically what I consider. So it's like you have to get out of the free or cheap. Like you could only go, like for example, we built this just using the free tools such as Google Forms, Google Sheets. But if you're actually going to build this automation for a client or for your business, you're not going to use forms and you're not going to use sheets. You're going to actually pay for business tools like Airtable, and you're going to pay for better image generating tools and stuff like that. So I want to eventually move you away from, a lot of people want to try and stay in AI in the free world. That's not going to be the game when compared to someone who's invested in the most, they're not expensive tools. Like a lot of the subscriptions cost maybe $5-10 a month, like for each of the tools. So it's really, the way I budget it is like maybe if you budget 50, max $100, $50 to $80 a month, roughly, that's enough for a lot of the tools, or a lot of the best tools, depending on your workflow. It's going to be less than $80 a month, basically. You won't max that out. It's going to be, but I want you to get a lot of exposure. A lot of people are talking about Gemini, but I mean, it's a lot of the free stuff. You want to start paying for the models. It's worth it paying for production stuff. So appreciate each and every one of you. We crushed another episode. It's in the books. Thank you so much for our OG viewers from Brother Vince. We've got Coda, I Kill Gummy Bears. We've got David. We've got, I think it's Bobby too. We got AP. Shout out to each and every one. Darius, thank you so much for the follow. Natalia, welcome to the series. I think I got everyone. So appreciate, burp. Appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, I just ate too. Appreciate